Hey guys, Chris here. In this first video, I kind of wanted to go through and give you guys just a quick glimpse into some of the equipment that I've already got set up. In future videos, we're going to be going into tutorials with the Vega series, setting up a business in the crypto space, and also I'm going to be doing a series on building a prefab building into a mining shed. And I know that might interest a lot of you. I haven't been able to find a lot of information on YouTube about it. There are a few videos, but nothing really in depth, and that's kind of what I want to share. I want to go through my entire process, my journey of what it's like in the crypto space, trying to set up a business, do things legally, and play by all the rules. I'd like to see this thing go mainstream, and it's important to me to be able to do it the right way, and I feel like the more legitimate businesses that we have out there, and the more open we are about it, it's going to really help things go mainstream. When it's in a closet, when it's in a dark industry, a lot of people aren't going to know about it, but the more light we shed on what we're trying to do as miners in the crypto space, what we're trying to accomplish, I just think that's good for everybody. So let me go through some of my rigs, and this will only be a few minute video, but I hope you enjoy. Thanks. So guys, here's one of my 5-card rigs. There's 4 Vega 56s and 1 Vega 64. I call this affectionately my GIMP rig. Now, one of the things that I've learned about AMD and buying these cards is that not every card is identical. I don't know if it's, can't really say it's a manufacturing thing, because I've got all different brands of cards and they all seem to be different. I've got one rig that's got all really good cards in it, and this rig kind of holds all of my, what I call my GIMP cards. They don't hash exactly like what you would normally expect out of one of these 56s or 64s. You can play with voltages, you can play with every setting that you can think of, and they just won't hash the way they're supposed to. Now, I've explored some other options, like thinking about seeing if we've got, dried up thermal paste, or, dirty on the inside. Now, there's plenty of things to look at, but from a mechanical or an electric standpoint, they just don't seem to perform as well as the other rigs that I have, or the other cards that I have. So as you can see on this guy, I've got a little Chinese monitor set up, $55. I believe I got it from Newegg. Pretty cheap. Took about a week to a week and a half to get here from China. Let me see if I can focus in on that a little bit. There we go. So, you guys that are familiar with the Monero blockchain, you can probably see that I'm using JJ's hash rate monitor. I can't say enough good things about that guy. His contribution to the community, how much it's helped me. It basically, the program monitors the hash rate and restarts with, certain conditions that occur, such as a hash rate drop or loss of communication with the mining, which right now I'm using XMR Stack. And there's Castminer, and there's plenty of other programs out there, but I'm most familiar with XMR, and that's what I've had the most success out of. So, I don't know if you could see the screen or not, but it's hashing right at 8,000 hashes per second. And this is definitely my lowest hashing rig. I can still optimize it a little bit and get a little bit higher hash rate, but I found along the way that when you tweak too far or go just a little bit too far with one of the cards, it can crash the entire rig. Takes a while to get it back up. Sometimes it doesn't want to play nice when you reboot it. So the downtime for me really isn't worth the extra couple 400 hash that I might be able to get out of this rig. But like I said, this is the lowest hashing rig that I have. And let me show you some of the other ones. So straight to my Rockstar. This guy is probably the most solid rig I've built with these Vegas. It's standard Vega 56s, no 64s in there, and it is a solid 10,000 hash week after week, no issues. It's a Z370 board with a 8100 i3 processor. I am using the processor to mine on 3 threads, so it gives me a couple hundred extra hash. But for the 5 cards, the 556s here, I'm looking at generally 9750, 9800 hash per second. So this guy will run and run and run, and every one of these cards run at the exact same settings, clock rates, power settings. This guy is under 1,000 watts. As you can see, I've got an EVGA 1000 P2, and in the back, just because I thought that was a little too close for comfort, even though it was 900 something watts. Wanted a little extra power on the back end, so I'm running 2 of the cards on another 1000 watt P2. A little overkill, yeah, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't put too much on one power supply. Like I said, this guy is my Rockstar, and eventually it's going to come apart, and I'm going with the B250 mining boards, which that's the next one that I'm going to show you. Okay guys, this is my B250 Mining Expert. Funny thing, I come up here to shoot the video and it looks like I've got a crash, so I'm going to have to fix it, but I want to go ahead and finish the video now. This guy's got 6 cards, all Vega 56s. I've got 1 card that seems to be giving me a problem. Probably going to have to lower the intensity level on it just to get a little more stability out of it. It'll run a couple days. I might have to adjust some of the power settings to that one particular card, but if you can see, the TAC LEDs are all full on 4 of the cards, and 2 of the cards show 1 like they're at idle. 1 LED lit up like they're at idle. Those are generally the ones that I look at first in a crash situation. Later on, I'm going to show you in some of my videos, I'm going to show you tips and tricks on how to identify those in Windows, in the Overdriven End tool, and in the registry, because they all show up as different numbers and it can be a bit confusing. It took me a while to figure it out, and hopefully I can share some good information with you. But like I said, this is a 6-card rig. It's going to have 8 on it. I'm going to do 8 cards. I'm not going to try to do something revolutionary and do 9 or 13 cards or 19 cards, especially AMD cards on this B250 board. I know there's guys out there that would probably try it, but again, I'm more into stability and mining and making money off of that mining. And if I'm sitting there messing with settings and messing around with clock rates, I'm not mining and I'm not making any money. But thanks guys for watching. I'm going to make a lot of videos in the future. This was just my first video to kind of introduce myself and introduce the channel and what the channel is going to be about. I'll give you guys an update as soon as I hear something about when the shed will be here. And we're going to have a video of the shed delivery. You guys are going to experience it with me as I walk into it for the first time, as they set it up. Again, I'd love to hear your comments, positive and negative. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.